So I've been talking a lot about the global brain. One of the key people in the space, his name was Oliver Reiser. He was a chair of philosophy at the University of Pittsburgh, and again, that's where Carnegie and Pitcairn were earlier. He's there in the 30s and 40s, actually through the 60s. I think he was a chair for like 40 years, and he was really interested in energetics and sort of field theory and this new level of evolution through sort of radio eugenics. And so I've been taking very good notes. It's nice. There's a reprint. My friend Steffers gave me this copy, which was really lovely, but you can order yourself a copy of The World Sensorium. He's published several books. I have another book called Cosmic Humanism that comes later, but this one is actually fairly readable. The other one looked a bit dense. So this is a good starter. And I've been underlining the pages and tweeting them out. So you can find me at Philly852, Philly852. You can see some of the stuff I've tweeted from this book. But I found this particularly compelling, talking about the creation of an age where there would be a new religion growing out of scientific revelation. And that there would be a universal temple, a hookup of exquisite edifices with incense, colors, and music to soothe the senses, and a radio voice that speaks to all as one, so that a kind of mass hypnosis is achieved, and individuals feel themselves joined in a unitary consciousness. Quite a fanciful idea, isn't it? With all good wishes, cordially yours, Hilton Rice. So Hilton Rice, Conrad Hilton Rice, was a correspondent with Reiser, and evidently they were very close, even though they only corresponded for 2 or 3 years. He was a child psychiatrist or psychologist in Montgomery, Alabama, and was affiliated with the Parapsychology Lab at Duke University. And the individual who ran that lab, he ran it for like 30 or 40 years. His name was J.B. Rhine, R-H-I-N-E. And Mr. Rhine was affiliated with the UK Institute for Psychical Research that created an American division. And so his work on extrasensory perception was sort of beyond that. But if you understand what we're talking about, radio eugenics, religion, the religion of science, and then using these sensory things to program you, right? Odor, colors, music, a radio voice, a unitary consciousness. Now, it sounds more pleasant than the Mac ad, but if you kind of just did it with gray, like all you got was like a stinky smell and gray and bad music yelling at you, the telescreen, like it would be kind of the same thing, this unitary consciousness. So this was his proposal. And then right after he wrote this last letter, he like dropped over dead unexpectedly. So that was kind of strange. But I wish I could say that this stuff was loopy and out there, but when you see the people, like when eventually I'm going to get this all published, all of the people connected with Julia Stolman and Fritz Kunst and Pittrim Sorokin and Irvin Laszlo and these systems theorists and Oliver Reiser, they're very high level people. They're people who are connected with the Manhattan Project, with theoretical physics, with extra sensory perception, with cultural practice of indigenous people. They're trying to break in to consciousness. And I think in many respects, the Cold War was an excuse to weaponize the atmosphere and to use MK Ultra and other programs of mind control to do this level of experimentation in ways like that were happening through Operation Paperclip Nazi kind of scientists, and targeting vulnerable communities. And I think in some ways this is probably still going on by people who are being remotely targeted through electronic warfare mechanisms. So it's a little overwhelming.